In this video, I want to teach you how to rig the character and create different poses for it. The first thing I should do is rigging the character's front pose. For this, I select other poses and hide them. I appear the heads layer because the three heads are in one layer, and by using mask, I only keep the front part. I set its anchor point in the middle and down. It should be placed exactly here. It should be placed lower so when I rotate it, it will be natural. After that, I go for creating the structures by doing a script. I go into Duik Bazel script. This is version 2 of Duik Bazel. I go into the rigging panel, and in the structure panel, I should create the skeletons for the character. First, I create a skeleton for the character's hand, and I should place these points exactly on the anchor points of the joints I made. Because I want the anchor points of the skeletons to be placed exactly on the anchor points of the hands layers, I use the snapping option. I activate this, and by moving this skeleton, you can see the anchor points of the skeleton is snapped exactly to the anchor points of the character's layer. I can do the same for the forearm, and I keep going and create the character's hands skeleton. Well, I select the skeletons, I go into Duik, duplicate it. I use these skeletons for the character's right hand. That's why I should add an R so it can be recognized as the right hand's layer. And for this, I should add L, and two characters should be removed from the end. I place the skeletons of the character's left arm here, and as you can see, other skeletons are placed correctly because they are symmetrical. Now, I go for creating the skeletons for the character's body. In the spine option, I go into the setting. I need one skeleton for the head. It's enabled, so a skeleton will be created for the head. And I don't want a layer created for the neck. I don't want anything added for the spine too. And I want a skeleton for the hip. And I click on create. As you can see, two skeletons are creating for us. I place the hip skeleton exactly in the middle and move the head's skeleton anchor point on the head's anchor point. I move this above. Now I go for creating the skeletons for the character's leg. For this, I hide these layers for now so they don't disturb us. I go into Duik, I should create a skeleton from the leg option. I go to the settings. I want a skeleton for the thigh, and one for calf, and one for the bottom part of the leg. And I don't want an individual skeleton for toes. That's why I disable it and click on create. Like the previous time, I move the skeleton exactly to the center of the circle I have as the side joint of the character. I select the leg skeletons in Duik, rename, I add an R to the first of it so I can know it's for the right leg. I select the leg skeletons, then I go to the structure panel, I duplicate these layers, and in rename tool, 2 characters should be removed from the last and 1 character from the first, and I should have L instead of R. As you can see, it's fixed. I active snapping, I place these layers in here, and it's completely okay. The structuring is done. The hip should be placed completely in the middle.